Yo, what's up everyone? How we doing today? Welcome back to another video. Today the Souls RNG Easter event dropped, and today we're going to be talking about it, see what's good, see what's bad about the update. If you guys enjoyed this video, a like would be appreciated. And by the way, I have a Discord server if you want to join, link will be in the description. We do giveaways on there for sometimes Souls RNG or for other games, so if you want to enter into those giveaways, make sure to join the Discord. Anyways, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so to start off, I want to say that I think this is one of, if not the worst update Souls RNG has ever gotten. And despite that, there is a few good things, and we're going to start off by talking about those. So first, the Aura Bloodlust finally got a rework. We've been waiting for this for months, and finally they decided to rework it. The ability that they added a few updates ago is kind of broken now, so I don't know who decided to add an ability and then rework the aura right after, because yeah, just not a good idea, because now they're gonna have to do that all over again. So yeah, one rework in this update, and it's a pretty good one. The second good thing that they did in this update, they added 3 new auras, and all of them are pretty good. So the first one is Anubis, 1 in 8.5 million. The next aura is Blizzard, which is 1 in 19 million. And finally, the last aura is Jazz Mutated Orchestra, which is around a 1 in 300 million chance. And yeah, like I said, these new auras are cool and good additions, since this game just revolves around getting these new auras. But that's about where it ends for the good stuff about this update. So now we're going to talk about all the bad stuff in this update. So the first thing that's bad about this update also revolves around the auras. They added an Easter event, and they added no auras that revolve around Easter. Like I said, this game is literally about getting auras, and they didn't add any Easter auras to their event. Like seriously, what were they thinking? It makes no sense why they couldn't just add one new aura for Easter. Like, is it really that hard just to add one new aura? So in the future, if they're going to do more events, they need to add auras that revolve around that event, because that's the main thing of this game, so how are you not going to do that? The next bad thing we're going to talk about are the nerfs that they made to the Godlike Potion and the Pull Light Core device. There's literally zero reason for these nerfs to happen. Like, I genuinely can't think of a single reason why these things got nerfed. So as you guys know, for the Godlike Potion, you need to get Zeus, Hades, and Poseidon in order to craft that potion. And that's not even everything that you need. Those are just the big auras that you need for this potion. So yeah, the crafting recipe is already pretty hard, so it's going to take you a while to craft this. So then what were they thinking when they decided to nerf this by making it even harder to craft? And if you're wondering what I mean by them making this harder to craft, when they dropped the update, you needed 1,000 lucky potions to craft this. And I'm pretty sure since then, they've made it to 600, which is still insane. You shouldn't even need a single lucky potion to craft this when you already need the 3 other godly potions to craft this, so I don't understand why they needed to do this. And on top of this, they even decreased the amount of luck that you get from the potion from 400,000 to 350,000. So overall, I think this change is just completely unnecessary and didn't need to happen. Genuinely, who thought that this was a good idea? Like, whatever developer thought this was a good idea, they need to be fired right now. Well, no, I'm just joking about that, don't fire them, but seriously, what were they thinking? And as for the Pull Light Core device, the nerf was also completely unnecessary. But the part about the change to this device is the crafting recipe. Like, how are the developers just gonna nerf a gauntlet to the ground and then make the crafting recipe take around like an entire week to craft? How are you gonna nerf this gauntlet to be worse than the gravitational device and then say, well, oh yeah, this gauntlet is a higher tier than Dark Shader? Like, that makes no sense for the developers to do that. So if the devs want to fix this, they just need to revert all of the changes to the Godlike Potion and the Pull Light Core device back to how they were in the last update. And for the crafting recipe that they added, it can stay the same as long as the Pull Light Core device gets changed to how it always was. Because the changes that they made in this update to the Pull Light Core device were terrible. Like, the gauntlet's horrible now to use. There's no point in using it anymore. So that's about it for the changes. So now we're going to move on to the meat of this update, which is the egg hunt. And I don't even know where to start with this. So I guess we're just going to start with, why is there no menu that tells you where the eggs are? Why is there no menu like the one that we had back in the first egg hunt in, I think it was Era 6, why is there no menu that tells you like the amount of eggs that there are, I guess, or the ones that you're missing? And what I mean by this is in the menu it could have like an outline of the egg, and then it could give you a hint as to how to get the egg, but they don't even do that, so you have no idea what eggs there are, or there's no hint or clue about how to get the egg, so you're just left there wondering. Like, this whole event was just like a Discord hunt. You had to sit on Discord and look for people that were telling you how to get the eggs. There was no gameplay to this event, so what's the point of there being an egg hunt if you're not even hunting for eggs, you're just waiting for someone to tell you how to do it? This event would have been way more fun if, like I said, there was like a hint for each egg, and you kind of had to like solve a riddle to figure out how to find the egg. So yeah, next time there should be hints for each egg in some sort of menu like the one that we had back in the first egg hunt. So now we're going to talk about the gameplay of the event, and like I already said, all you did was just wait in Discord and just wait for someone to tell you how to find the egg, because there's no way for you to figure it out on your own, because all you do in this event is you just sit there and wait. Just wait, and then you do more waiting, and then you do more waiting until you finally get the biome that you need for the egg. This isn't an egg hunt, it's just the equivalent of those Roblox games, if you know what I'm talking about, the ones where you just wait in a line and you can pay Robux to get ahead in the line. There's no gameplay in this event, you just waited the whole time for someone to tell you what to do. Like, this update wasn't fun, I had zero fun playing this event. And on top of that, how are you gonna make a limited UGC item that only 5,000 people can get when your egg hunt completely revolves around just getting lucky and getting the biome that you need? If you're gonna make an event when there's a limited stock of something, it has to be fair to everyone. This was something a lot of people complained about with the winter event. In that event, if you didn't have the best gears in the game, there was no chance of you getting the limited aura that only 25,000 people could get. And yeah, I guess the devs just didn't listen to anything that happened during that event, because they made that exact same mistake again, where the event's just completely unfair to new people. Because if you don't have the strange controller or biome randomizer, then how are you supposed to be one of the first 5,000 people to complete the event? It makes no sense. And even if you have those items, you could still just completely get unlucky and never see the biomes that you need. Like, you could be in your private server for a whole day and you'll never get no biome. It makes no sense to have an egg hunt revolve around getting a specific biome. And they can fix this problem by just doing what they did in the first egg hunt, where they just hid eggs around the map and you had to go find that. They can still like hide the eggs well and make them hard to find, but how are you going to make it revolve around a certain biome? Because again, that makes no sense. And on top of that, this event even had some people getting bribed for Robux to be able to join a private server with a certain biome. For example, the content creator Hungry Void had to pay someone 1,000 Robux so that he could get into a Starfall biome. Also, another content creator, Intensity, was DM'd by someone who was trying to bribe him into giving him VIP in return for being able to join a private server with the null biome in it. Like, literally all this event did was just cause a bunch of problems. People were getting bribed, you just had to wait in your private server for hours, you just had to get lucky, like all these things that just made the event terrible and just unfun. And yeah, that's pretty much all that was in this update. So pretty small update, because as soon as you do all that, there's nothing to grind for. Because most people that play this game already have the Pull Light Core device. So there's really nothing to grind for right now. So as soon as you do that, you're pretty much just done. That's shown by the player count. Like, when this update dropped, I think it peaked at like 70,000 concurrent players. And then 3 hours after, it's already down to like 40,000, so there's nothing to do after you do that. Like, they could have added maybe a new left-hand gauntlet. It doesn't have to be like the best gauntlet, but something to grind for. And then once you finally get that, then you're done with the update. Like, it's just common sense to me. Like, if the developers want you to stay in their game, they should add something that makes you want to stay in the game. So then why would they not do that? That's going to bring us to the end of my rant about this update, because there's really nothing else to talk about. Like I said, this was a really small update. And yeah, this update was just terrible and genuinely might be a contender for the worst update this game has ever got. And remember, this is all my opinion, so feel free to disagree with me. I want to hear people's thoughts on this event. If you really enjoyed this update, then that's great. I just personally hated this update. Anyways guys, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for future uploads. Make sure to join the Discord, link is in the description. So, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.